Hello. Today we continue on The One Thing by Gary Keller and Papasan. And today we're talking about two more of the myths that they discuss. One is willpower is always on will call, and the other is the myth of a balanced life. And one of the things that they start out with is the saying that we've all heard, where there's a will, there's a way. And calling out that while it's clever, it's not necessarily true because it's missing an important piece. And that is that there's some timing to it, that you don't always have willpower just immediately able to go whenever you need. You shouldn't feel bad that you don't always just be able to pull it up at your will, as it were. Instead, it's a limited resource and it's renewable, but it's depletable. So you have to realize that it just isn't always there and be able to push it whenever you want. In order to put it to the best use, you have to be able to manage it and know when it's the best available and when you can use it. A kind of clever way of putting it is, when you have the will, you have the way. And so they talk a lot about how a lot of times it's most available in the morning or at the beginning of your day. And so they're pushing for kind of like eat the frog first approach. I think it's more know yourself. If you have the most gumption in the morning, then do it in the morning. If it's in the afternoon or late at night, that's when you should do it. I was talking to somebody today and they had a great way of saying to put attention to your intention. Which I thought was a great thing, is if you want something done, you need to put your attention to it. So make sure you have the attention to give to it and what's important to you and what you need to get done. That's when you put that time in, is when you have the will to do it. And I thought that was a great reminder that you don't always have to be on and you can't always be on. The next thing they talked about was the myth of a balanced life. And I appreciated this. One of the things that they talked about is something isn't balanced, it's in the act of balancing. And I really like that. It's a verb. They said not a noun, but truly it's being used as an adjective. So it's a verb, not an adjective. So if you think of balanced as being in the middle and always being in the middle, then you will always strive for the middle, and so you never get the chance to allow for the extraordinary. And so if that's what you want to be, middle of the road, striving for just balance is okay. If you're striving for some things to be on the extreme or the extraordinary, then you can't fight balance and always being in the middle. Instead, you have to look at counterbalance. And so while there at times you're not going to be balanced in the middle and have everything right on, it's a function of some things are going to be off balance sometimes, and it's how long and how much, and then how can you counterbalance it and come back to where you can address the things that you had to let go. And I thought that was a really good reminder. Now, if you were talking to Grant Cardone, he probably would say you never need to worry about being balanced, always be at this extreme. The authors were definitely against that. I would say, unless that's your approach to life, you don't have to do that. But I like the idea of it's okay not to be balanced all the time. It's okay not to strive for the middle. It's about making sure that if you're over here for a while, how do you get back? How do you counterbalance? And so it isn't about a balanced life, but a counterbalanced life. And I really appreciated that. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about the myth of willpower always being on call and the balanced life. Thanks.